All right, let's connect it up. Hopefully we got some good. All right. I think we're good. I think we're connecting. Hopefully we won't have any problems here like we've had the past couple live streams. But today, June 28th, 2020, coming at you for a live stream. We're going to talk about Walking Dead, of course, because that's what we love to talk about on here. But we're going to talk about Last of Us 1 and 2, different video games, and a variety of different things to talk about. But obviously, spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, show, comics, spin-offs, Fear the Walking Dead, movie stuff, Last of Us 1 and 2, different video game stuff. Got to put that out there. Spoiler warning. So, like I said, today is June 28th, 2020, coming at you. And it's crazy to think that, man, next weekend is 4th of July weekend. And it's crazy that the year is half over. Once we get into July, it's half over. I'm like, I can't believe this year. It's a crazy year. It's a crazy thing. We thought we were going to get one thing with The Walking Dead. 2020 was supposed to be the year of The Walking Dead. Turns out, nope. We got all this crazy stuff with pandemic stuff, recession stuff, just so many things I never thought would happen ever, let alone happen all at once in a year. I just don't know how the craziness is. Hopefully you're safe and sound wherever you're at. If you're in the United States, if you're in different countries in the world, I always love hearing people from, like, Evelina, good evening from Greece. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good evening for yourself. I guess it's good afternoon for here in the States. In Florida, it's 1:02 p.m. So we're going to go from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Hopefully everything goes okay. I don't know if I'll be doing multiple parts because we lose connection, but we always got to make the best out of it too. So how we doing? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to my awesome moderators, my subscribers, my patrons, my members, everybody, and people that are just checking out for the first time too. So hopefully you guys are definitely being safe and sound and we're all good, but there's not really much new news about The Walking Dead, right? We haven't heard anything about the show, about post-production, if it even started yet. I mean, that's a sad thing. We don't even know about that. But my best guess is that we're going to get panels for The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and The Walking Dead World Beyond in July at Comic-Con at home, which is July 22nd or 23rd, whenever you actually want to start it, through the 26th, through that weekend. So a month away, right? Today is June 28th. And next month will be July 28th, and it'll be over. Hopefully we'll find out about the last season 10 finale of The Walking Dead. Hopefully we'll find out Fear the Walking Dead season 6 news, and hopefully we'll find out World Beyond news when we're going to get a date for that. Hopefully we get dates. That's the best thing I think we could hope for. We're not going to get trailers most likely. Maybe we get another trailer for Fear and maybe another trailer for The Walking Dead World Beyond, but we're not going to get anything for season 11 of The Walking Dead. We're probably going to get some season 10 episode 16 news more than anything too. So what's up, Tommy Griffin Jr.? What's up, guys? Everybody being hopefully safe and sound this Sunday, June 28th. Yesterday, I watched a movie on Netflix with my wife called The Five Bloods on Netflix, and it's a Spike Lee movie. And it's one of those movies that I'm like, man, I don't know if it's definitely a different kind of Vietnam movie. It's definitely something that people may like, people may not. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's 2.5 hours, 2 hours and like 33 minutes or something, but it's definitely pretty awesome if you like Spike Lee movies. If you like a lot of the actors in it, Chadwick Boseman is in it. He plays Black Panther in the Black Panther movies. Thank you, Joey Spagnoletti, for the super chat. Always appreciative of those. They do a great job. Thank you for that too. So thank you, Janie. How we doing? How are you? I'm okay. I'm hanging in there, It's been a crazy week, but every week's a crazy week. Every day you're just trying to make it a little bit more, a little bit louder now. No, a little bit more and more that you can go. Hopefully finances are okay. We're doing all right. My wife has been working through the whole pandemic. She's been working from home. She's doing okay there. I've been dealing with, the stuff with unemployment in Florida. It's been a roller coaster for that because I haven't worked as a physical therapist, since March. So hopefully we're going to get back in July. I talked with my employer. They're trying to get more and more of a caseload. So hopefully in July we'll be able to get there too. So Tommy Griffin Jr. asks, any news on the Rick movie? Nothing yet. I haven't seen anything about that. And that's one of those things where I'm excited to see just some news about it. Any news. Like the script is done. We have a director. We're going to start filming later this year. anything is better than nothing, right? I'll take basic news of the Walking Dead movies, anything to do with the Walking Dead series, the universe, the shows, the spinoffs. Joey Spagnoletti says, the Negan comic comes on Wednesday, July 1st. Definitely correct, Joey. July 1st. Check out your local comic book shop. Give them a call. Maybe request it. Put in an order. $4.99. Negan Lives. All the proceeds go to the comic book shop that's selling it. If you're a comic fan, I'm assuming that people are going to buy a bunch of them. They're going to be on eBay. And I really hope they're not jacking up the price on eBay, right? It's $4.99, probably tax. I live in Florida, so there's tax on goods for sure. So it's probably over, $4.99. So it's, $5.35 probably here in $5.34, whatever it is in Florida. So it'll be like $5. And it's a 36-page comic. I have not read it. I haven't seen it. I just know that it's 36 pages. It's supposed to be about Negan, and it should be awesome. Hopefully it's pretty cool. I'm hoping that it's a good, interesting comic, and I wish there was going to be more of them, but we'll take it, right? We'll take one more issue for sure. Joey asks, do you think Beta could pull a Negan and get captured and turn around? I don't know. Would they really want to do that? Would you want to see that? They could. Joey, they could. They definitely could capture Beta and lock him up. But I don't see Beta having any redeemable qualities, right? I don't think Beta is going to be like, oh, I want to protect everybody and I want to be a member of this group. Beta was weird and an outcast and just in his own world, having his own mindset and his own weird perspective on life ever since we met him. Negan was, a gym teacher. He had a wife, wasn't the best husband. His wife got sick. He was there for her at the hospital. He was kind of like a somewhat good guy. He wasn't the best guy by any means, but we haven't seen him do certain things like Beta did. I mean, Beta took out the Gamma easily. Beta would take out anybody that causes a threat to him, whether it's a man, woman, child, no matter who it is. I think he would take him out because that's who Beta is. And I don't see him having any redeemable qualities. But what I do think is that Beta will get away and be part villain that's out there still in season 11, kind of like the governor was, but that's just a theory right now. We're not sure. Yenzi, hey Bri, have you seen the trailer for Spider-Man Miles Morales? I've only seen the brief trailer that was like the slow motion going through the suit, and it's like a lightning bolt or something that's going through him, and I've seen it and I'm excited for that. I love the Spider-Man game on PS4. I definitely recommend that. If you like open world, if you like Spider-Man, first of all, you gotta like that. Spider-Man, you gotta like open world video games, New York style. I mean, I would say Grand Theft Auto, but it's like open world concept. I mean, Spider-Man's not stealing cars and driving around, but he's got open world concept. He can kind of go wherever he wants in the city. Spider-Man for PS4 is definitely good. It's been out now for a while. So if you haven't played it, it's definitely probably cheap and it's affordable out there, but it's a good game. I definitely played that game and I played the DLC and played all that. Pretty cool too. So, Joey the Gator, what are your thoughts on Last of Us? I gave it a 6 out of 10. So, I don't really want to get into spoilers for The Last of Us 2. Just want to put that out there. I have a whole separate video that I uploaded this morning. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. To be honest, I like the first game better. I think the first game is, a 9, 9.5, or even 10 out of 10 for The Last of Us, the first one. The second one, I'm going to rate it lower. I'd probably give it, I don't know, that's a tough one. Maybe 7, maybe 8 out of 10 at the best. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm not saying it's the world's best game. I'm not saying it's the best game ever. There's definitely better games that I think are out there. And the story was a little this. And when you play as this different character that really we never saw before, but what they were doing to make sense for the first game, and with Ellie and Joel and the whole things with Dina and Jesse and Tommy and stuff, it was definitely entertaining. It was a game that I enjoyed playing. It wasn't like, oh man, some people say it was terrible. Some people give it a 0 out of 10. Some say it's the worst game ever. It's definitely not the worst game ever. I mean, there's far games out there that are terrible controls, terrible things that didn't make sense for the story. It was all over the place. The fun factor of it, you could do a lot of things, had an open world concept for a little bit, but I just didn't like the whole thing where you were playing as Abby and then Ellie, and then you were as Abby when you were doing certain things as Abby, and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. Like the first game, you're Joel and you're this character, and then Joel's there, and you're like, what is going on with that? It's just, I don't know. It's definitely, they took a risk doing this type of story because they could have done anything. They could have done anything with the story, and they decided to do an angle with the fireflies and stuff. And it's definitely a good game. I wouldn't say like, oh man, it's terrible, it's the worst thing ever. But overall, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I'm just settling more at an 8 out of 10. Now, I'm not saying it's the world's best game ever, and it's definitely not the world's worst game ever. There's far crappier games out there. I mean, just what comes to my mind is Star Wars Battlefront 2. That was terrible, or Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2. Those games are not good by any means. They look great and they do all that, but it's just not there. So, I mean, hopefully Last of Us 3 will continue the story if there is one, which I would assume so. I really would love my Fight for Us series to have that, and I lost connection, I think. Let me see. Let's see if we're still rolling here. I think I have the internet. I think we're good. I'm not sure if I lost connection, guys, so bear with me. I think it's okay. I think we're coming back. But I really want an open world zombie game, right? And, they've tried to do it somewhat with Days Gone and tried to do certain things. I want to be able to do certain things like in Spider-Man, and, I want to get inside buildings, and I want to be able to get around and get on top of things, and I want to be able to do things a little bit better than certain video games have. My Spectrum internet connection is kind of getting up and down. I think we're coming back. I think we're good. I think we're on there too. So I think that I would love to have my Fight for Us book series be a comic or a graphic novel or some visuality to it. And then also a video game. I think it would be an awesome video game. I'd love to be in the city. I would love to be able to go to the beach setting, get on the water, get on the boat, do these things, be an open world, like Grand Theft Auto type of feel, like do what you want, see where you want. There's kind of threats over there of people and zombies and this. And, I think it'd be pretty cool. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, Shane, I've heard about State of Decay. I've never played it, so maybe it is. But I loved Infamous. I love those games too, where you can climb up walls and do some stuff there. And maybe it would be a thing if it was like, parkour, kind of get around, get a stuff, and be able to have, I don't know. I just think I just love the open world concept of it. So I think that would be a little bit more for it. So I know I was lagging there for Frankie, but I think we're okay. I think the connection was lost and was lagging and it's coming back. So we should be okay. I think I'm still here. So, last week was, we lost it and it came back, and we lost it, came back. It was ridiculous too. So, but I like the idea of let's talk about the possible ending of the Walking Dead show, right? What do you think, how it's going to be? What do you think we'll have for the ending of the show? We already had the Walking Dead ending of the comic. Is it going to be the same, different, tweaked? What do you think, right? I think that it's going to be something that could be its own thing. It has to be, right? We've lost so many characters left. We have characters that are just for the show. They can have little twists and turns, but, what do you think? How do you think you would see the Walking Dead ending, right? I know it's something that people say, I don't want it to ever end, but everything has to end. Video games have to end, trilogies have to end, books need to end, stories, however it is, characters, story arcs, however it needs to be. What do you think? What would be the best ending you would see for the Walking Dead show? I'll give you my ending, but what do you think is yours? Joey the Gator says, hey, Bri, I'm actually doing better from the surgery. I almost got back to being normal. Awesome, Joey. I know it takes time when you have a hernia operation, whether it's umbilical or a hiatal hernia. They take time. That's kind of your center of your mobility there, too. That's your core. That's your strength of getting up, sitting down, standing, walking, bending, doing daily activities of getting up out of a chair, getting up out of a seated position, whatever you have to do with that. It takes time for it, but you bounce back, and then you should be pretty good. Good as new, right? Jacob Rhino, my guy Jacob. What do you do in the zombie apocalypse? What do you do for a Klondike bar? What do you do What do you do in the zombie apocalypse? I think that's a loaded question because it depends on where you are. Where are you during the zombie apocalypse? If you are, imagine you were in a zombie apocalypse, right? You got on a plane, you flew away for your job, you have to travel for it, you're in a remote city. Say you're from Tampa, Florida, and you fly to Portland, Oregon. Zombie apocalypse happens. Your life, flights, everything got turned upside down. What is your goal? Probably to get back home. Probably to travel from whatever city you are to back to where you are. that seems like a great story. It all depends on where that person is. I think it comes to be what happens. I think you hunker down. If I'm at home and my wife's at home and she's at work and we're all safe, my wife, myself, my cats, we're staying in the house. We're not going out and about. We're not taking unnecessary risks. We're going to wear masks. We're going to wear face wear. We're going to have weapons. We're going to cover our body. We're going to do things that we're not going to have any chance of getting infected or getting scratched or bit or whatever on there too, as much as we can. We're also going to stay away from people. That would be the best thing in my eyes. I would try to stay away for as long as you can. Hunker down, board up the house, stay in your house as best as you can. But again, it depends on where you're at. Joey the Gator, Q&A, how you doing during the second wave of Corona? I'm doing okay because I'm staying away from it. I'm still treating it like it's still around. It's still a big thing, and I'm not treating it like don't do this, don't do that. I'm treating it as still do the precautions, still do everything that you need to do, and basically it's continue social distancing, stay away from people, don't go out and about like all the people are doing, and now we're getting rises of all this stuff, and there's a correlation of too many people gathering, not social distancing, and doing this stuff that was having the numbers come down. This is still around. This is still a thing. It's just crazy. And who's not to say, I guess, that we're not going to have a third wave or another thing that's coming in. It's not going to be like, second wave. This is it, guys. This is a virus. This can stay around for a long, long time. This could stay around for months, if not into next year, and who knows what's going to actually happen. So be safe and secure out there. Everything will be okay. Eventually, we're going to get vaccines for it. They have better treatments for it. They have better stuff. But when in doubt, still continue to do the stuff that works. Social distancing, be so far away, and don't be in gatherings at that. And, I'm wearing a mask because in Florida, you're supposed to wear a mask when you go out in public. I have no problem doing it, and I stay away from people and do all that and don't take unnecessary risk. Wash my hands, use rubbing alcohol, do all the stuff you're supposed to do, too. So, Joey I want to say like Joey Spaghetti because it looks like that, but sorry, Joey Spagnoletti, no disrespect, but I just think that's what I want to say. Who is your final prediction of the masked person? Who is the crazy theory you have heard? My final prediction is that the person is from Maggie's group where Maggie has been. I think that the person is going to be, I think it's one of the twins if they want to go that route, or it's a new female character that is with Maggie and helped protect Maggie, and Maggie has become friends with this person. I think that makes the most sense to me. The craziest theory, people think it's Dwayne. People think it's Lily. People think it's, every other character who is not around anymore. I think it's just crazy that people think, one of the craziest theories that I could see them doing, but I don't think it's going to happen, and I would just love for this character to come back around, is that it's Winnie. Some people think it's Heath. Some people think it's Jadis. Some people think I've made all these different videos. I'm going to continue that this upcoming week because I, had a couple things with The Last of Us, so I just made those videos instead of another theory of the masked person. But I thought the masked person makes sense for it to be, a character that's connected with Maggie's return, and I think that makes sense too. So. Shelly says, did you see where people drink hand sanitizers in Vegas? No, I did not see that, but I do not recommend that. That's for sure. What do you got here, guys? Sorry, I was just posting through that. So, yeah, Mark lives in farmland. He lives in the middle of farmland, farmland USA, countryland USA. I think that's a good place to be, too, is I wonder if more and more people are going to start making their own crops and have, everything, but have it being, the raised garden beds and things like that in your backyards, and start making or planting, farming, being a farmer for different vegetables. I know I don't eat that many different vegetables, so I could just plant a couple things in there, but I have squirrels and I have rabbits and I have a bunch of different animals that come in my backyard. So I actually I made a video about a week ago that I'm going to post on Monday that is definitely a different kind of video. It's a short video, but if you saw my my squirrel and my rabbit video, my bunny video that I had in my backyard, like that really happened. It was a bunny sitting there and a rabbit was sitting in my backyard, and he was like scratching his head and eating some of the grass. And then a squirrel comes by on the screen. It's pretty funny. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it on there. But I have another type of video like that coming out tomorrow that I'll post. For sure. But I'm going to have more and more different videos. I love talking about The Walking Dead, and that's always going to be a staple of this channel. But there's no Walking Dead news right now. There is limited news besides the Negan comic coming out on Monday. Then we have Comic-Con in, a couple weeks. I don't know what's going to happen, with news. When are we going to get... we really want to get the episode date. Season 10, episode 16, the date of that. And, I'd like to talk about Umbrella Academy. That's going to be coming out in July. We just found out that we're going to get The Boys back on Amazon Prime. The superhero show called The Boys. That's coming back in September. On September 4th, I believe, we're going to get the first 3 episodes. And then after that, they're going to be every week. So we're going to have 8 episodes total. You have the first 3 and then 1 episode for the next 5 weeks of The Boys. That comes out in September. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about other movies. I have a list of there too, so I want to talk about a couple different things. Hopefully you guys seen Ready or Not. I definitely love talking about different movies that I've seen, talking about how they're good, how they're bad, how they're not, And so we love to talk about different things. I love the idea that we're going a little bit. I have not seen Doom Patrol, but that looks good, Joey. I know there was the first season. I think the second season's coming out. I haven't seen it just yet, but I'll have to check it out for sure. And there's a lot of things I want to see. I don't know what's going to happen with, sorry, I'm lagging. I'm losing the stream a little bit here, but sorry, it's doing its thing here with the Spectrum internet. I'm not sure. So we're back. I think we're good. But there's a lot of different topics. I also thought about doing that, it's like a zombie apocalypse fitness program, like a zombie fitness workout, but I don't want, it's like, we're not going to work out like zombies, and we're not going to work like that, but it's like zombie apocalypse. So I'd call it like ZA fit, get zombie apocalypse fit, or like dystopian. I don't know what I'd come up with, but I'd be One Eye Bri. I'd be your trainer. I would do some different body weight stuff. I would do some things there too. It would be like over the top as a personality, but it would be like legit workout moves and stuff that'd be good for a zombie apocalypse. Like you would want to have to be able to get your cardio up. You'd want to be able to pull yourself up over a fence or a wall or something to get away. You'd want to be able to do a lot of moves that, would be stuff that would, save your life in a theoretical, fictional zombie apocalypse. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think that'd be kind of a nice different weekly segment, or maybe every couple weeks I would do something like that, different workouts, maybe ab routines, maybe, different leg exercises and different things you can work out with and without exercise equipment, because I know not everybody has exercise equipment, but if you have a couple different things we can show you, or just body weight stuff, push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, burpees, bridges, all this stuff, that'd be kind of cool. So I think it'd be kind of fun to do. It would be kind of over the top personality wise. I'd probably rock a headband and just be crazy, but it would be like legit workout stuff. That would be kind of fun to do, and, mix it up a little bit, have some fun with it, have a little different niche for Z-Fit. I like that, Jason. Z-Fit, I like that. That's kind of cool. That's why I like bouncing off different exercises or different ideas and different stuff for it. It'd be fun for sure. Eric says, have you ever been so frustrated that you've been like, please, Lord, let the zombie apocalypse start, but then the coronavirus comes and you're like, no. No, I mean, I don't think a zombie apocalypse is like the answer ever. I don't think like, I'm like, yay, a zombie apocalypse is here. Like, that would be terrible on its own, right? It would be good. It would be kind of interesting to not have to pay bills or not have to go to work or not have to do anything like that again. But, I'd be more like, yay, hit the lottery. Like, I'd rather hit that. I'd rather do that where I get a large sum of money coming in your life, So I don't know. So it would be kind of fun to do those things, but I don't know if a zombie apocalypse, because like if you lose power, that's no fun. And usually in some zombie apocalypse, you would lose power, you would lose, it wouldn't be easy just to go to the grocery store. It wouldn't be easy to go get some fast food or a restaurant, or you'd have to worry about, zombies and people and, different things. You'd have to worry about a lot of different things. And I don't I wouldn't recommend that as to be that way. So, being frustrated in life is definitely something where you're like, man, I'm over it. I'm over this day. I woke up, I stubbed my toe. I didn't have the breakfast I wanted to. I had to drive to work, and I got stuck at every light, and the people were terrible drivers, and they were up my butt, and I hate this and this and there, and I got to work, and then my boss was annoying, and this, and it's like, they've had those days. We've all had those days where we're like, I'm over this day. I just want to go home, go to sleep, and wake up tomorrow, and it'd be a new day. But that's usually one day a week, if one day every 2 weeks or a couple days a month or something. It's not every day, right? So hopefully you guys see it as, what I have seen from all this, from this pandemic and all this stuff is that I'm grateful for everything I do have. I'm grateful to have the ability to do YouTube, to have such a great channel of great subscribers and great things here, to have, different outlets, to have my book series, and, to have my wife, and she's still working. And so we still have some finances coming in, and then getting the whole stuff with, unemployment from Florida. We finally got that under control. So hopefully that's something that will get everything under control. I like the idea of it being an attitude of gratitude and appreciating everything that you do have, not everything you don't have, because you have more things than some people, than a lot of people. But then there's always people that have more than you, and there's people that have less than you. People have it better than you. People have it worse than you. If you just see things in a positive light, it'll make your outlet and your stress level go down, because I got this. I got someone that cares about me. I got people that care about me and us and this channel and what we do here. And it's a great thing. You need love and support and respect and people to be there for you. That was one thing that I have learned over this, right? And that's kind of what may be in a zombie apocalypse, right? If you were by yourself, you just have to worry about yourself. But if you have animals and kids and people, then you have to worry about that. You have to worry about them. And your experiences will make you who you are. Your experiences make you who you are in life, good, bad, indifferent. Maybe you see things in a positive way. Maybe you see them in a negative light. But, everything is not all the time bad, and not everything's all the time great. You have ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys, ups and downs. That's just that's the way life goes. I see it in there. Now, it all can't be good, and it all can't be bad. It all can't be the best day of your life and the worst day of your life. You have days that are good. You have days that are great. And you have days that just are like, can't wait for them to be over. And we all have those for sure. And it's going to be interesting when the world gets back to normal, and we get back to our routine, and we get back to life, and we get back to our jobs, and we get back to everything. I'll be like, man, I wish we had a break. I need another break. I need another break in there too. So, what I always recommend is if you can, make a little, pay yourself, take a little break from life, put money away, and have it ready for, just a rainy day. And if you pay yourself, then you don't have to worry about paying your bills, because you got your money ready to do that too. It'd be interesting for it. So it's interesting where it goes for that. I just don't know what it's going to be for it. So yeah, let's get rid of this. I just love when people do this. But as people do what they do, that's for sure. So I'm excited to see actually The Last of Us on HBO. I think that'd be pretty great. Oh, Joe, I just saw your question there. What do you think of The Last of Us 2 being on HBO? If you answered this already, the stream was lagging. I didn't hear you. So The Last of Us 2 is going to be a series, a TV series on HBO, and I think it could be great. It could be terrible. It could be good. It could be bad. I just like the idea of it being interesting, and I do like the idea that you could have just a good video game come to be a series. Now, if they don't do it justice, if they don't do things in the right way, if they don't cast the characters right, then it could be a problem. But I think if they do it right, HBO usually does a good job with their TV series on there too. So it's interesting. So yeah, I don't know what this person, I don't know why people love to come here. And I just want to just comment that on here too. It's like people love to come here and they're like, you should take a break. You should do this. You should do that. Well, just go worry about yourself. Like the people that come here and tell me what to do, just go worry about yourself. If you don't, about a half hour. and then we had it so it's coming back, and then we lose it, we upload speed, we're coming, it's lagging on there too. So I think we're back. So I don't know, at least it's coming back. I don't have to start a new stream. But I don't know why. Well, I would never go to someone's channel and be like, you should really stop making videos, so-and-so, or you should really stop doing this, so-and-so. If the person wants to make these videos, let them make videos. If they want to do it, you don't have to watch them. Just because somebody does it, you don't have to watch a video, right? Like, it's just crazy that it's on there too. But it's just unfathomable to me that people would go on there and they're going to say what they say and that's it, right? And I don't know if, they're just trying to be helpful, if they're not. But I mean, come on. Like, if someone puts their heart and soul into a painting or a drawing or a book or a video game or whatever it is, hopefully it means a lot to them. I don't know. Some people make videos for what they are. There's other channels out there on YouTube, whether it's Walking Dead or other whatever. They just put stuff out there just to put stuff out there. I don't know. But I think they would be proud of their videos, right? I think that they would have to be, proud of I would want them to be, right? If I do something in the yard or to the house, or if I write something or I make a video or I work out or I do these things, like, I teach or I do these things and I teach stuff to people, I'm proud of that. I'm proud for what it is. I'm proud for what it is and how we are. But people are always going to hate for what they are, for what you are. What you do, right? And the more popular you are, the more important. Like, there's people that hate The Walking Dead. There's people that said the show sucked and it hasn't been this and it's been still on, but I love talking about it, right? I love the idea, and I love the idea of having The Walking Dead be kind of what it was. I don't know if it's going to be the same it was in seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6, but I think it's an idea that it can be good. It's something worth watching too, right? So see you, Joey. Hopefully you stay safe better, but I'm sure you'll be doing all right with the hernia and everything, but you'll be all right. You'll be good. So, man, it's doing it again. Like, I get it back, I lose it, I get it back, and it's good. Now we're back up. So I don't know what's going on with Spectrum. So we're still there too. So like Jeannie says right here, here's a novel idea. If Bri makes a video I don't care for, I just don't watch it. I sure don't tell him what to do on his own dang channel. And I appreciate that, Jeannie. And I appreciate that too. So I don't know. Like, here's my theory too, right? Is that the people that come on here and they usually just have like a weird name, no picture. They'll never have a picture. And they say like, I don't mean to be rude, but you shouldn't. And it's kind of the same. It's usually the same type of text. It's the same message. It's the same wording. So I don't know if it's like cut and paste or what it is. And I don't know if they're from another channel or, another YouTube channel that comes in and thinks like they like to have problems with that. They love to say like I said it before. You can be a subscriber to any channel that you want, whether it's Walking Dead or Dude Perfect or whatever it is. Like, you can be a subscriber to so many great channels, and you don't have to compare this channel to this and this to that and another too. But that's what people love to do. Yeah, well, they're not as good as this channel, and that channel's not as good as this one, and this channel's so much better, and this person's so much better here. Like, it's just crazy, but that's what people do. They rank things. They have to have competition, what it is. So it's just crazy what we do here. I love doing what we do. I love the channel. I love the subscribers. I love the members, my patrons. I love everything for it. You guys are the lifeblood for what we do here to continue on for many more years, because I love to talk about The Walking Dead. But right now, The Walking Dead is on break. The Walking Dead is on hiatus. We haven't had Walking Dead anything since April, and we haven't had it in May, June, soon to be July. So it's going to be so crazy that it's going to be coming up on 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. When are we going to get this episode? We don't know, but it just sucks, because if it was July coming up, we would be excited for Comic-Con. We'd be excited for the season 11 trailer. We'd be excited for filming news. We'd be excited for that too. And I know in Georgia, where the Woodbury shop is and Nick and Norman's is. If you haven't ever been there, I love the idea of you guys going there when it's safe and sound and secure and people can go there and support things and support Sonoy. I think it's excited. I think I'm excited to have that. And I really want to go see where the new Woodbury shop is. If you saw my video before, I talked about it used to be a top floor and a bottom floor. Now it's on the basement level floor of the same building that it used to be in. But I just love to see the difference. And I've seen some pictures. Some people have been there. It's smaller for sure, but I guess the museum is actually gone, so I would just love to see the difference. And I would love to see somebody make a video of that too. So Jason says, any news of the Day of the Dead TV series on Sci-Fi, bro? I don't know. That's a good question. I have to get up on a little more news about that. I just found out news about Umbrella Academy, Doom Patrol, like he asked about. That's coming out pretty soon. The Boys in September. And then I know people are talking about Nosferatu. It's out, and there's a couple different shows there. But, I haven't really watched a lot of television. I've been kind of focusing on a little bit more of sports with golf, and I know NBA is coming back in July. Major League Baseball is coming back in July, if all goes well, of course. College football will be here before you know it. NFL will be here before you know it if all goes well. It's crazy to see how it would be. All right, so hopefully everything's going to be okay because I do enjoy sports. I do have some semblance of regular everyday life, and sports are a big part of that for sure too. So, see you, Joey. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, and have a good day at work. Hopefully you'll be safe and sound and secure, and stay safe out there, and be healthy yourself too. So thank you. Appreciate it stopping by, and I just appreciate guys just coming in, saying hello. A couple questions. I'd love to see it too. So, Wilson, what date do you think San Diego Comic-Con will give for episode 16? I don't know. That's a great question, Wilson. I don't know. They could pick anything, right? I don't know if they're going to get closer to October, if it's going to be August, if it's going to be, because it was supposed to be The Walking Dead, then World Beyond, Fear the Walking Dead, and then The Walking Dead again. So I don't know if it's going to be, we're going to have The Walking Dead, Season 10, Episode 16, and then Fear, and then World Beyond. Like, I really don't know what's going to happen with Fear the Walking Dead, because we know we're getting World Beyond later this year. The World Beyond is going to be the fourth quarter of this year, which is probably October, November, and December. It's 10 episodes. I would assume it's 10 consecutive weeks. No mid-season break, or maybe a little break, and then the episodes too. So I'm hoping that we're going to get World Beyond news that's good for October, November, December. Is Fear the Walking Dead going to be this summer? Are they still on track for that? We still don't know. Hopefully they give us that answer. And I'm hoping that we're going to get the The Walking Dead Season 10 finale. Man, I would love for July, but I think it's closer to August. If it's August and we get Fear, then we get World Beyond, I think that's where it's at too. So, yeah, and Jason said right there, Fear is half season done only. So they only got half the season done filming. But also the news is that what's the Jurassic World? I forget what it's called, but the third Jurassic World movie that's coming out, that was filming, had to take a break because of COVID-19, and it should be back up and filming very soon, if not already. So if you can film a major motion picture, I think it's filming in Europe. I'm not sure exactly where the next Jurassic World movie is filming. You should be able to start filming some different shows. But Fear the Walking Dead films in Texas. And that's a hot spot right now, too, right? The Walking Dead films in Georgia. Those numbers are getting elevated. I'm not sure if anything's filming in Florida right now, but those numbers are getting elevated. And if you ever watch the news, I watch the news at 6:30. The World News with David Muir on ABC. I watch that from 6:30 to 7 typically. Dominion, thank you. I thought it was Dominion, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But Jurassic World Dominion should be ranking on it. Should be filmed pretty soon. So should be back to filming. But you see the red, and it's like South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, a lot of southern states, and then Texas, Arizona, California. It's like all the bottom of the United States, and it's just like it's all red down there. And so I'm not sure what to make of it, if it's legit or not. It's just crazy. So Chris says, it's complete. Bring us the finale. It will keep us talking for a month or two. No, for sure. I'll talk about the idea of getting the episode. And I'll make a video on that, and then we'll be talking about the season 10 finale, what happened, how's it going to go into season 11 with the Commonwealth, Stephanie, the Milton, Sebastian, Mercer, what's going to happen with Eugene, Princess, Stephanie, is Ezekiel going to be okay, Maggie, who's the masked person, who survives, does Negan survive? It's like so many crazy things that we could talk about, but we just don't know. We haven't seen it yet. I can make predictions all day, and I can make theories and stuff like this is going to happen, that's going to happen, Father Gabriel's going to die. We made so many videos. I mean, we haven't missed a video. We haven't missed a day with a video since April. I mean, we posted a day. Every day has a video since April. Talking about The Walking Dead, talking about this. So it's interesting because I'm excited to talk about, the episode when we can see it, but I don't know when we're actually going to get it. And that'll probably, I wouldn't say for a month. It'll probably hold us over for a couple weeks for sure. Now Grape Tomato Girl, that's kind of speculation right now. The finale is complete. We're not sure. There's a lot of people thinking the finale is done and they're just waiting to show it, but there's been no proof. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The AMC and The Walking Dead they've kind of dropped the ball a little bit recently. They haven't said too much information about when it is, even though Robert Kirkman said in an interview that he knows the dates of when they're going to come out with it. But it's interesting that he said dates. So is it the dates for the season 10 finale? And Fear and The World Beyond, he knows when stuff's coming out? I would assume so. I would assume the executives know, but I said it before, what happens if they have a date and then California shuts down again and they can't finish post-production for The World Beyond and season 10 finale. They can't finish filming for The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead in Texas. They can't even start the movies. They can't start this. And they give us a date, but then they have to go back on the date. So they just want to make sure probably that the date is set, the date is good, it's going to be what it is, and they probably have to finish it. So I would assume the episode is probably somewhat done, because how can you not have people back in the studios having post-production? The studios are hemorrhaging money left and right. The movie theaters they're losing money. They're losing so much left and right. And, Warner Brothers and this studio and Lionsgate and all these people, they're losing money all over the place. No movies are coming out in movie theaters. They don't have shows coming out. They don't have different things coming out. So I would assume that it makes sense that people want to get back to it as soon as possible. And I personally don't believe in the whole conspiracy thing that AMC has the episode done and they're making us wait. Maybe they are. I mean, I could see that being a thing, but I don't want to think of them as a negative, and be seeing them in a negative light and to be like, you know what? This episode has been done for 2 months now, and we haven't seen it yet, and we're not going to see it again for 2 more months. So what is going on here, right? I just don't know. But either way, we don't know the information when it's going to come out. When it goes, it's going to spread like wildfire on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Everyone's going to find out, it's going to be this date. It's going to be great, and we're going to be excited to see it. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. We're all excited. But I think if they, Comic-Con at home is in a month, right? A little less than that. But we'll just call it a month from now. And I think we're not going to get any news until that. But the good news is that we can watch the panels for free. There'll probably be links around. They may be on YouTube, maybe here, maybe there. They have a spot where you can have, a couple different things where you can post questions. So hopefully we'll have that. And I'm sure everybody's going to post, when is the finale coming out? When is the finale coming out? When is the finale coming out? So if they don't have an answer by then, and I really hope it's like August, I don't even know. What's like the first weekend in August? If we have to wait till August. So if the panels are 23rd, 24th, and 25th or whatever, I really hope it's August 2nd. That's Sunday. Well, it could be July 31st and August 2nd. That would be awesome, because that would be like the first weekend after Comic-Con, but, it's wishful thinking. It's wishful thinking that I was hoping it was going to be in May. That didn't happen. June, that didn't happen. So I guess I'm striking out with the wishful thinking for The Walking Dead season 10 finale, but, I'm just being a positive person with it too. So Jason Craig says Reality Z was good on Netflix. It was different. It was all right. I wouldn't say it was good. It was a different kind of show. That's for sure. Mark asks, Bri, how long do you think they can push out filming of season 11? Well, I think it's already too late to get season 11 for the fourth quarter. And if we're going to get World Beyond in the fourth quarter of this year, which will be October, November, December, you can't have The Walking Dead and World Beyond on at the same time. So if they already made the executive decision to move the World Beyond to the last quarter of this year, we're not going to get The Walking Dead season 11 until 2021. I think at best case, they'll start filming in August, and they'll have to do something, and we'll get The Walking Dead season 11 in February. That'll be instead of getting the mid-season premiere, it'll be the season premiere. At best case, I would really hope to get Fear the Walking Dead later this year, World Beyond later this year, and then Walking Dead season 11 next year. I think that's the best case scenario. So I personally don't think we're going to get the Walking Dead season 11 this year, but they'll hopefully have some answers for that at Comic-Con too. So what do we got here? Grape Tomato Girl says, thanks, Brian. My apologies. I misread a comment that I thought was for Walking Dead. No, Fear the Walking Dead, the first half of this season is filmed, supposedly. So we'll have to see what happens for that. Janie asked a good question. Do you predict this will be the last season of Fear? I don't think so. I think they would let us know, like the final season of this. I would assume that Fear the Walking Dead ends before The Walking Dead, and season 6 won't be the last season. At best or worst case scenario, however you want to look at it, season 7 will probably be the last, in my opinion. Maybe season 8, but I still think that The World Beyond is going to be 2 seasons, and the idea that I love the name Constipated in Sin City, pretty funny, but the Fear the Walking Dead, I think, merges with Walking Dead World Beyond. I don't know any inside information. That's just a guess. That's just a theory. That's just speculation. Because if the World Beyond is 2 seasons, you get season 1 and season 2, which would be Fear the Walking Dead season 6 and Fear the Walking Dead season 7. And then that's done. And then we get a different show which would be season 8 of Fear or Walking Dead World Beyond season 3, however you want to think about it, but we wouldn't get a season 3 and a season 8. We would get a whole separate thing, or maybe they go to the movies, or maybe they do something else, or maybe they come back to The Walking Dead, maybe they bring new life into that. I still think that before I guess we never really talked about the ending, so I'll go for another 10 minutes or so, but I never talked about how I see The Walking Dead ending. If you saw my recent videos, I think that CRM is the end game of the show, of the movies, of the spinoffs, of everything. I think CRM is the best way to wrap everything up in a pretty package with a pretty bow on top that is a big epic battle. And The Walking Dead needs a big epic battle. All Out War wasn't really great. The Whisperer War was okay. They had some big moments here and there for both parts, but I think they could have done a better job for the wartime atmosphere. If you have CRM, which stands for Civic Republic Military, this is a military organization. They have weapons, they have tactics, they have gear, they have stuff to go against the walkers. But can they go against and defend themselves against people, groups of people, communities of people? So you have CRM, which is the Civic Republic Military, and then you have the campus colony of Omaha is where the World Beyond takes place, right? I don't know if we're going to have other communities come together, if we're going to meet other communities like that in Fear the Walking Dead with Ginny's people that we're going to see in season 6. We're going to meet different communities. There are going to be different communities around there. Our group is going to be separated. We're going to have Morgan. We're going to have Alicia. We're going to have Dwight. We're going to have all these people all around. Are they going to hint at the fact that we're going to see other campus colonies, other groups that are outside CRM, some sort of connected way to them? The Rick movies. Clearly, they're connected with CRM because that's where Rick went. Jadis, A, B, helicopters. Where are they? Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. Where are they going to be? Where are we going to see those things? The end game having CRM, which is basically the militarized government. Maybe it's the military of the government of the United States, maybe the world, maybe the United Nations, UN, if they want to go that route. Maybe we just stay inside the United States. So I think the big epic battle, we have casualties. We have people die. We have people live. We have people reunited. Like, if Rick is not reunited with Michonne and Judith, and if he doesn't meet RJ, what are they doing? What's the point of this? Why have Michonne and Rick have a kid if Rick's never going to meet RJ? If Judith's never going to see Rick again? If Michonne goes away and have these people? And remember the people that Michonne went. That was a huge group, right? That is a huge group that Michonne found in season 10, episode 13. The Mountaineers, the Pioneers, whatever you want to call them, right? I like the idea of them and CRM being enemies. You have the Pioneer Mountaineer way, and you have CRM, which has technology. And, you have the rural bow and arrows, cowhide wagons, Oregon Trail type of group. And then you have the militarized helicopters, different things. You have like the stormtroopers and the Ewoks kind of thing, like having an epic battle that way. I think that would be a great way to have it. We would lose some people. Maybe Rick dies in the war, in the battle, but finally gets to see RJ and everything there too. And then it ends, with a Commonwealth angle, like the comic, where it's Judith instead of, Carl, I think that would be pretty awesome. I think we have an epic battle. The movies connect the dots. The movies connect things with the shows and the spinoffs, because if it's the big circular global universe comes back around, and if everything could be there, then I think it'd be pretty awesome to have that. So you could have CRM is the common enemy of all that stuff. So I think it makes sense in a popular way. It would be our group fights CRM, our groups fight CRM in a way, because CRM still is a mystery to us. What does A and B mean? What does PPP mean? What is, where are these groups? CRM, how big are they? Do they have a northeast, a southeast, a central location, a midwest, a west location? Are they in the hills? Are they in Colorado? Are they in Texas? Are they all over the place? Do they have branches all over the place? That'd be kind of cool. But how much further are they going to branch out? Which would be really crazy is if they had this connecting point way back when they started Fear the Walking Dead, and we saw those people that were militarized from Fear the Walking Dead season 1, maybe even season 2, in Mexico, in California, in that group of area. But we never saw them. That was never part of it. Maybe they took over after it. Maybe they won't be a part of it. Maybe they just didn't survive in California. Maybe they're not there. Maybe they're just in the Northeast. Maybe they're kind of like the initial states that were founded, Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Delaware and New York and Massachusetts and, kind of up and down the East Coast. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be a way to have it for sure. But again, I'm not a writer for the show. I do my own thing. I got my own stuff. I got my own series. I got my own stuff going on there too. And, I've been writing like crazy in my books. I'm interested to get writing again for In 100 Days Part 2. Or, the next book, which I have a title in mind for book 13. So I'm interested to kind of get that rolling again. I don't want to write like 2 books at the same time. I want to write like one book, jump in. Either it's going to be the In 100 Days Part 2, which will be a whole separate thing. And hopefully you guys check that out. Or book 13, A Fight for Us, which it kind of goes, it's all connected. And it's definitely connected. And my point is to definitely connect it the way it goes. But, there's a lot of things and a lot of ways that I want to go with things. And I'm like not sure, because like if you go this way with a story arc and a storyline, it's like it's crazy, because I'm definitely thinking about, if you plant the seed, if you do certain things, what could it be with the future of the story? And The Walking Dead does a great job with it, where they set the next tone. They plant the seeds in one season or an episode for later that episode or later that season of the series, or a different season entirely. And I love that. I love that they set the tone for it, and they build and they build and they build upon it for sure. So, Grape Tomato Girl asks, has anyone watched a movie called Circle, not The Circle? Circle. Watched it last night. The movie I saw that was Circle is the one with Tom Hanks in it. And I don't know if that's the one you're saying is not it or not, but I know it's called Circle. I don't know if it's The Circle or not, but I saw that movie, and it's about technology and where they go, and founded this group. And, it's a different kind of a movie for sure. I've definitely seen. I always want to say Train to Busan because it sounds better than Train to Busan, South Korea. But I definitely want to see the Peninsula, which is the second movie of that. Too. Hey Playboy, I have a comment. They are getting rid of all the black people. Kelly, Connie, Michonne, Ezekiel, but we get a Virgil, like the $1 Million Man and his Virgil, WWF. I don't think they're getting rid of anybody. Like I would assume Kelly lives. Connie should come back around. Michonne wanted to leave. Denai wanted to leave. Ezekiel, he's got to live, right? Virgil, I know the days of Virgil, $1 Million Man. But nowadays that wouldn't work so well. Virgil, $1 Million Man, it really wasn't the best thing for WWE back in the 90s, but I know what you're talking about. But we get Virgil. Hopefully we see Cindy. Hopefully we see a different character, Father Gabriel, and if he's going to be around, there's definitely, I don't think, so for sure, Busan. Train to Busan. Boo! Woo! But, so there you go, guys. We made it. Somewhat, right? We had some problems, some technical difficulties. Tommy asks, you think Michonne going to be in the Rick movies? He better be, or she better be, right? Michonne, Rick, they better be reunited. I want to see Michonne reunited with Rick. So, yeah, see, she says, the circle is with Tom Hanks. Circle is where people wake up in a dark room in a circle and can't step off the circle or they die. No, I definitely not saw Circle. I saw The Circle with Tom Hanks, but I didn't see that movie for sure. But if hopefully you guys have seen Ready or Not, it's definitely a mystery horror kind of feel. It's a good movie. It's got some comedy. It's got some stuff in there too. Definitely check out Ready or Not. I definitely want to watch a couple more movies and do more stuff like that. Hopefully you guys like that when I talk about the different movies or shows or things that I saw that I recommend for you guys to watch, to not watch, different things like I talked about, Reality Z and a couple different things. So we'll be doing more of those for sure. I love hearing about different recommendations, different things that I should watch. You guys tell me about it, and I definitely see that, it's pretty good that everybody does good recommendations. Some things, I don't know if it's a good movie or not, but I watch it and then I check it out and I give you an honest opinion for where it's at for there too. So hopefully you guys will definitely recommend different things for me. I know somebody was talking about Snowpiercer in here. I don't really want to watch that show because I watched the movie. And if you watch the movie, you can see the whole concept of the show, unless they elaborate and they do their different things. Extraction, that was definitely good on Netflix with Chris Hemsworth, Thor. But did I talk about Train to Busan? I think I made a video about that a while ago. But Jeannie says, my sister calls that show Snowpisser. I can see that. But Snowpiercer was a movie with Chris Evans. And I don't want to give it away, but just go watch that movie, and I'm sure it's the same thing where the train has to keep moving, and civilization had this thing, and everything's frozen outside. But the Snowpiercer is the train, and it's got to keep going. And it has all the different carts, and it's kind of like a socioeconomic thing where the people that are poor are all the way in the back, and the people that are there up front are rich, and there's kids on there, and there's a whole society for it there too. But there's classes and there's things. Just go watch that movie if you haven't. If you watch the movie and you watch the series, is it the same? Is it not? So I'm like, I don't know. But I also heard about my show Animal Kingdom. My wife and I love that show, and that's a summer show that usually comes out on Memorial Day weekend, but that passed and that didn't come out. The word is that's going to come out later this year, and I hope so because I love the show Animal Kingdom. That's a great show on TNT. If you've never seen that, definitely check it out on demand if you can. Animal Kingdom on TNT. It's a great show. And then I was watching a little bit yesterday briefly on television. I've seen it before. Is Ready Player One, and I really enjoy that movie. It's a great kind of movie that's done in a way with everyone loves the comment Snowpisser, but everyone, if you definitely haven't seen Ready Player One and you like pop culture, technology, definitely of a story like that, it's definitely good. Ready Player One was definitely good down the road. But thank you guys. We made it. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we bounced back. We did pretty good. Thank you, Joey Spagnoletti. I know he's not here now. He left, but thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being here, guys. Subscribe, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys, my patrons, my members, everybody involved. It really means a lot to me because it really plays, it keeps this channel going. Even it's a simple donation. A simple monthly donation, a bunch of those add up, and it can keep us going for a long time. And I can continue to do this stuff and make videos and do that and branch out and have different things. But we need your help to do that. And I know you guys already do that already, so we truly appreciate it. But that's just my little, got to put that out there. But thank you guys for being a part of it. I truly appreciate it. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, staying true to yourself, blocking out the haters. You can do it. Stay safe out there, guys, and we love you. See you later, guys.